Girlfriend, a reset does not have to be dramatic. It does not have to be a full life makeover or you waking up Monday morning trying to become a completely different woman overnight. A real reset starts with one honest look, a priority, plan, faithful next step. And today I am taking you inside my 7 day reset framework so you can understand how to stop trying to fix everything at once and start building structure around what actually matters. Hey, girlfriend, welcome back to iHopePrayLove, where we help women account for what matters through faith, structure, and accountability. If you are new here, my heart behind this space is simple. You cannot reset what you have not accounted for. Plain and simple. That is why I created the life inventory process. Because a lot of women, they're not lazy or broken. They're not confused. They are overwhelmed, stretched thin, spiritually tired, emotionally drained, and trying to fix too many areas of life at the same time. And what I have noticed is this. Most women do not need another complicated plan. They need a starting plan. They need clarity. They need structure. They need accountability. And they need a reset that fits their real life, not the life they wish they had or the life that they see someone else showing online. Their real life, their real schedule, their faith walk, their own marriage, their motherhood, their real work, their real capacity and emotional load. That is what the 7 day reset framework is built for. It is not about becoming perfect in 7 days. It is about identifying one area that needs attention and building one practical reset around it. The goal is not perfection. The goal is alignment. Before I explain what the 7 day reset is, let me tell you what it is not, okay? It is not a productivity challenge. It is not a get your whole life together by Friday plan or another way to shame yourself. It is not about doing more just so you can feel like you are finally enough. And it is not about copying another woman's routine, because that is where a lot of women get stuck. We see someone else's morning routine, we see someone else's prayer rhythm or their calendar. We see their meal plan, their workout schedule. We watch them workout videos online. We see their business structure. We see their marriage advice. We see someone else's peaceful looking life, and we start trying to borrow a system from a woman who does not live our life. Then when it does not work, we call ourselves inconsistent, right? But maybe you are not inconsistent. Maybe the structure does not fit your season, or the routine was never designed for your capacity. Maybe the problem is not your discipline. Maybe the problem is that you keep trying to reset everything at once. That is why the 7 day reset framework matters. It brings the focus back. It asks what needs attention first, not everything first. So the core message, the heart of this framework is one priority plan. 7 days, that is it. One priority, one plan, 7 days. Because when everything feels out of order, most women try to reset everything: faith, time, peace, routines, purpose, home, marriage, motherhood, health, money, the finances, work, relationships, rest, everything. And when you try to reset everything at once, you usually end up resetting nothing. You start strong, then real life happens. The baby needs you, work gets heavy, your schedule shifts, you get tired, somebody needs something, you miss one day, then you feel like you failed, right? And so then you stop. And that is not because you weak or you lack something. It is because the plan was too heavy. A reset has to be clear enough to start and simple enough to repeat. That is why my framework is built around one priority. The reset begins when you stop asking, how do I fix my whole life? And you start asking, what is the first area God is inviting me to account for? The first step in the 7-day reset framework is inventory. Before you build the reset, you have to take inventory. This is where the life inventory checklist comes in. The checklist helps you look honestly at 5 core areas: faith, time, peace, routines, purpose. These 5 areas tell a story. If your faith section stands out, it may be telling you that reconnection needs attention. It does not mean you are failing God. It may mean your spirit is tired. It may mean prayer has become rushed. It may mean you are carrying too much without being refilled. It may mean you need to come back to honest time with God. If your time section stands out, it may be telling you that your calendar needs assignment. It does not mean that you have no time. It may mean your time is scattered. It may mean everything is urgent because nothing has been assigned. It may mean your day is full but not aligned. And if your P section stands out, it may be telling you that too much has access to you. It does not mean you are weak, but it may mean you are overstimulated, emotionally overloaded, or carrying things that require a boundary. If your routine section stands out, it may be telling you that your rhythm does not fit your real life. It does not mean you are lazy. It may mean your routine was built for a version of life you are not actually living. If your purpose section stands out, it may be telling you that clarity needs structure. It does not mean you are lost. It may mean what God placed in you needs order, direction, and of course, one faithful next step. And if your answer is not sure yet, that still tells a story. Not sure yet may mean you are confused. It may mean you are overloaded once again, or it may mean that your mind is trying to hold too many open tabs at once. That is why inventory matters. Inventory gives language to what you have been feeling, because you cannot build a reset around a feeling you have not named. The second step is choosing one priority. This is where you have to be honest. Not crazy honest. After you take inventory, you ask what needs attention first, not what feels the loudest, not what I am most embarrassed by or what I think I should choose. What actually needs attention first. For example, you may think your problem is time, but after taking inventory, you realize your real issue is peace. You are not behind because you have no time. You are behind because your peace keeps getting drained. Or you may think your problem is purpose, but the real issue may be routines. You know what matters, but your daily rhythm does not support it. Oh, I've been there. Or you may think your problem is faith, but the real issue may be emotional overload. You want to pray, you want to sit with God, but your mind is so crowded that stillness feels hard. This is why the 7-day reset does not start with a random plan. And it's not a one fit all, It starts with one priority. Because once you choose one priority, you stop trying to split your energy between 5 different problem areas. You focus. And the focus is a form of peace. So if your reset focus is faith, your 7-day priority may be reconnection. If your reset focus is time, your priority may be assignment. If your reset focus is peace, your priority may be protection. If your reset focus is routines, your priority may be structure. If your reset focus is purpose, your priority may be clarity. My watch just told me it's a balanced day. One priority, that is where the reset begins. The third step is identifying the drain. This is important because you cannot reset what keeps draining you. A lot of women try to reset their life without identifying what is pulling from them. They clean the house, buy the planner, make the list, start the routine, post the quotes, pray the prayer, but the same drain is still there. The same comparison, people pleasing, avoidance, unfinished decision, the same disappointment, the same lack of boundaries, the same over access, emotional lack, or emotional leak. And if the drain stays unnamed, the reset keeps leaking. That is why you have to ask, what keeps pulling from this area? If your reset focus is peace, ask, what keeps draining my peace? Is it a purpose, a conversation, a habit, a thought pattern, a responsibility, a space, a social media account, a decision I keep avoiding? If your reset focus is time, ask, what keeps stealing my time? Is it poor planning, overcommitment, saying yes too quickly, carrying everything in my head, not assigning time to what matters? If your reset focus is faith, ask, what keeps interrupting my connection with God? Is it guilt? Is it busyness, performance, comparison, distraction? What is distracting me? Is it avoidance? And if your reset focus is purpose, ask, what keeps blocking clarity? Is it fear, lack of structure, too many options, comparison, not taking one step? If your reset focus is routine, ask, what keeps breaking my rhythm? Is the routine unrealistic? Is it too complicated? Is it built around a version of me that does not exist right now? Right? The drain matters. It really matters, because if you do not identify the drain, you may keep treating the wrong problem, and that's a waste of time. And girlfriend, you cannot keep treating the wrong problem and expect peace. The fourth step is naming the boundary. Every reset needs protection. A reset without a boundary is just a wish. If you say, I want more peace, but you keep giving unlimited access to what drains you, your peace will keep leaking, right? If you say, I want more time, but you keep letting everybody else assign your calendar, your time will keep disappearing. If you say, I want to be more consistent, but you keep building a routine with no limits, no margin, no protection, it will not last, girlfriend. Every reset needs at least one boundary, and that boundary may be a time boundary. I'm not available during this block. It is what it is. It may be an emotional boundary. I care, but no, I cannot carry this for you. It may be a relational boundary. Not everyone gets full access to my mind, my time, and my peace. Absolutely not. It may be a digital boundary. I am not starting my day by scrolling. Prayer up to God, please. It may be a capacity boundary. I cannot add that right now. It may be conversation boundary. I'm not available for this conversation in that tone. Miss me with it. It may be a rest boundary. I am protecting time to recover because rest is part of stewardship. Boundaries are not punishment, and they're not being mean. They are protection. They are not rejection. They're stewardship, and they are how you protect what matters. And the reason this belongs inside the 7-day reset framework is because most resets fail when there is no protection around them. You cannot build a peaceful week while giving free access to everything that drains you. So, ask, what boundary does this reset need? Not 10 boundaries, just one. Choose one boundary and write the action. The fifth step is building the actual 7-day plan. This is where we make the reset practical. Not complicated, but practical. The 7-day reset plan has 7 simple parts. Day 1, name it. Day 2, pray over it. Day 3, remove or reduce the drain. Day 4, set the boundary. Day 5, build one rhythm. Day 6, follow through. Day 7, review and adjust. So let me walk you through it. Day 1, name it. On day 1, you name what needs attention, not vaguely, but clearly. You write, my reset focus is peace. My reset focus is time. My reset focus is faith, or maybe it is routine or purpose. Then you name why. Be very specific. My peace needs protection because I have been giving too much access to things that leave me drained, such as conversations. My time needs structure because my calendar is not reflecting what matters. I've been scrolling. My faith needs reconnection because I have been spiritually tired and not connecting with God. My routine needs support because my current rhythm does not fit my real life. I am living somebody else's life. My purpose needs clarity because I keep circling instead of taking one step. Day 1 is about honesty. Day 2, pray over it. On day 2, you bring the focus to God, not with performance, but with honesty. I've said honesty more than once here. Pray, right? Pray. God, show me what needs attention. Help me stop avoiding what you are revealing. Give me wisdom for one faithful next step. You do not need a perfect prayer. You don't have to need a long prayer. You just need an honest one. Prayer is not an excuse to avoid structure. Prayer gives you wisdom to build the structure. So pray over the reset, girlfriend. Ask God for clarity. Ask God for discipline and for peace and courage to show you what needs to be released, protected, or rebuilt. Next, day 3, remove or reduce the drain. So on day 3, you take one action against the drain. If comparison is the drain, mute or unfollow what keeps making you feel behind. If people pleasing is the drain, pause before saying yes. If avoidance is a drain, make the call, answer the email, or handle the thing you keep pushing off. If over access is the drain, stop making yourself available in the same way, right? If digital noise is the drain, set a limit. You can only be on social media for a certain amount of time a day. If unfinished decision is the drain, choose one. Next move. You may not eliminate the whole drain in one day, but you can reduce access, right? And sometimes reducing access is the beginning of peace. Day 4. On day 4, you write and apply the boundary. You can say, I cannot commit to that right now, or I need to check my capacity first. You can also say, I am not available for that conversation today. I am protecting this time for my reset, sorry. Or I can help with this part, but I cannot take over the whole thing, right? I am keeping this private for now. Keep things to yourself sometimes. I am not available after this time. The key is not just writing the boundary, it is following through. A boundary without follow through is just a wish. Day 5. On day 5, you build the rhythm that supports the reset. Not a whole new lifestyle, just one rhythm. So if your focus is faith, your rhythm may be 10 minutes of honest prayer in the morning, or 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 3 minutes is fine. 30 seconds. If your focus is time, your rhythm may be planning your top 3 priorities each night, right? If your focus is peace, your rhythm may be a quiet reset block after work. If your focus is routine, your rhythm may be a simple evening shutdown. If your focus is purpose, your rhythm may be one focused hour on the thing God keeps putting in your heart. One rhythm. Something you can repeat, because what you can repeat is what you can keep. Okay? And on day 6, you practice follow through. This is where accountability matters. You do what you said you were going to do. Keep your promises to yourself, especially if it is small, because if you can't keep your promise to yourself, you can't expect anybody else to, right? And confidence is built when you keep promises to yourself. And I do not mean unrealistic promises, I mean faithful ones. If you said you would pray for 10 minutes, pray for 10 minutes. If you said you would block 1 hour, block 1 hour. Do what you said you was going to do, okay? If you said you would not answer after a certain time, do not answer. Put that do not disturb on. And if you said you would choose one priority, stick with that one priority. Follow through. Follow through is not about perfection, but it is about alignment. And on day 7, you review. You ask what worked, what did not work, what drained me, what supported me. Yes, what supported me. What boundary helped? What needs to change? What do I need to carry into next week? This matters because a reset is not supposed to be rigid. It is supposed to teach you. Sometimes the first reset shows you that your plan was too heavy, and sometimes it shows you that your boundary was too vague, or it shows you that your real drain was different than what you thought. It can also show you that one small step actually changed more than you expected. Review is part of the reset, not to shame yourself, but to learn. Let me give you an example. Let's say your life inventory result shows that peace needs attention, your priority is protection, your drain is over access. You realize too many people have access to your emotions, your time, and your phone. Your boundary is, I am not available for emotionally heavy conversations after 6 p.m. Your rhythm is 10 minutes of quiet before bed. Your reset looks like this. Day 1, name that your peace needs protection. Day 2, pray and ask God for wisdom around access. Day 3, mute one draining conversation or reduce access. Day 4, state your boundary. Day 5, create a quiet evening rhythm. Day 6, follow through and do not reopen the door. Day 7, review how your piece felt. That is a reset. Not dramatic, not complicated, but intentional. Okay, now let's talk about common mistakes. Mistake number 1, trying to reset everything. I keep talking about this. You do not need to reset everything. We need one priority. Mistake number 2, making the reset too complicated. If your reset requires a perfect morning routine, perfect children, perfect energy, perfect schedule, and perfect discipline, it will not work because nothing is perfect. Build for your real life. Mistake number 3, skipping the drain. You cannot ignore what is draining you and expect the reset to hold. No, ma'am. Mistake number 4, not setting a boundary. A reset without protection will leak. Mistake number 5, confusing shame with accountability. Nah. Accountability is not beating yourself up. Accountability is telling the truth so you can grow. I always say in the military that accountability is not punishment. Mistake number 6, quitting because one day did not go right. One imperfect day does not cancel the reset, okay? Adjust and keep going. Mistake number 7, waiting for motivation. You may not feel motivated. That is why you need structure. Structure helps you motivate when motivation is inconsistent. Motivate yourself, girlfriend. Now, why 7 days? 7 days because it's long enough to notice a pattern, but short enough to not feel overwhelming, right? A week gives you space to test the reset. You can see what drains you. You can see what supports you. You can see where the boundary needs to be stronger. You can see what rhythm is realistic, what you need help with, and most importantly, 7 days gives you a starting point. Not a forever plan, a starting point. Sometimes women stay stuck because they are trying to build a lifetime plan when God is asking for the next faithful step. The 7-day reset helps you stop delaying because the whole plan is not clear. It brings the focus back to what can I do this week? What needs attention, my attention right now? What is the next faithful step? This is where the life inventory audit comes in. The checklist helps you notice, the audit helps you build. The checklist shows what feels out of order. The audit helps you turn that awareness into a practical reset plan, because sometimes you complete the checklist and still feel unsure. And that does not mean the checklist did not work. It means the checklist did its job. It showed the issue. Now you may need help interpreting what came up and building the plan. So, in the life inventory audit, we look at your results. We identify the area that needs attention first. We name the drain. We choose the reset focus. We identify the boundary. We build your 7-day reset, and we make sure the plan fits your real life. Not a fantasy version of your life, but your actual life. So if you have completed the life inventory checklist and still feel unsure, book the life inventory audit. If you know something feels out of order, but do not know what to do next, book the audit. If you are tired of sitting in awareness with no structure, book the audit. If you need help choosing one priority, building one plan, book the audit. Because awareness is the start, structure is what helps you move. Girlfriend, you do not have to fix your whole life this week. You need to account for what matters. You need to tell the truth. You need to choose one area. You need to identify the dream. You need to name the boundary and build one simple plan, one faithful next step. That is it. One priority, one plan, 7 days. The goal is not a perfect life. The goal is alignment. And alignment starts when you stop trying to carry everything and start stewarding what God actually gave you. So this week, ask yourself, what needs attention first? What is draining me? What boundary does my reset need, right? What is one rhythm I can repeat, and what is my next faithful step? Download the life inventory checklist if you have not taken it yet. Then book the life inventory audit when you are ready to turn what you notice into a reset plan that you can actually follow. Account for what matters. Build the reset. Take one faithful next step. Yeah. The reset does not have to be chaotic or dramatic. It just needs to be honest, structured, and repeatable. I love you. Talk to you later.